Assalamu alaikum, it's Brother AbdelRahman Murphy here, standing in front of mashallah, the most majestic object on earth, the Kaaba, the Bayt Allah, the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here in Mecca, alhamdulillah. We're only a few days away from departing our journey here. We only have a few days left, and Sheikh Abdul Nasser and I were just talking about how even just mentioning it kind of makes us a little bit sad. But I had a reflection, alhamdulillah, that I wanted to share with y'all in this video series from last night. You know, especially during Ramadan, you hear during Taraweeh, you hear Surah Al-Fatiha a lot. So during the 5 daily prayers, and then during the 20 Taraweeh, and then here they pray an extra 10 Qiyam every night. So basically you're hearing Surah Al-Fatiha maybe, you know, out loud, probably like over, you know, 60 times a day. Like it gets a lot. It gets to be a point where it's like on repeat, and you feel in your heart like, why are we repeating this, right? But subhanAllah, if you think about Surah Al-Fatiha and the concept of what it holds and what it's inside of it, the sweetness that's inside, is a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And part of that dua is the ayah, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, to guide us to the straight path. That we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us on a way that is leading directly to Him. When the path is straight, it's the shortest possible distance between point A and point B. Now the interesting thing is that, why do we repeat this so often in our prayer? Why is Surah Al-Fatiha the only surah that has been mandated that we have to read in every single salah? Without Fatiha, there is no salah. Why is that the case? And if you reflect on this point, the sweetness of Fatiha, that we're asking Allah to guide us to the straight path, you see the opposite, the sickness, the potential symptoms, the potential danger is the reason why we recite it so much. Because the amount of objects or distractions or things that can take us off the straight path are innumerable. They're uncountable. There's so many. So we have to constantly remind ourselves, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. The amount of things that can distract us from that straight path are so many that we have to constantly remind ourselves to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us to that path. And so as we hear this verse, as we repeat it, as we read it in our salah, don't just let it become something that's on repeat, something that doesn't mean anything anymore, something that's no longer valuable, something that doesn't matter. Think about how many distractions do we encounter in our lives that try to pull us off of that path, that try to take us to the left or to the right off of the straight path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as we're reflecting on this verse, as we're reading the surah over and over and over and over again throughout our lives, realize and thank Allah that He kept us or is keeping us on that straight path. Again, this is your brother AbdelRahman Murphy here with another reflection here in this epic backshot, mashallah. I really appreciate you guys watching it, inshallah. We'll see you in next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.